Okay, day 7 of our 30-day challenge. We've got our gentle flow today, still on our mobility week, so we're going to be really thinking about our hips and our shoulders especially, really working to that full range of motion so that you can make sure that when you're practicing, it minimises wears and tears, because you're not suddenly going to have a movement in your arm and think, oh gosh, actually your shoulder's going to be prepared to move like that. Okay, so we're going to be starting on our bellies today. So come all the way down. Maybe you put your hands out or put your head onto your hands. And then it's really comfortable just to bring up one knee so that your knee is bent, almost like you're sleeping. Resting onto one cheek. Closing down the eyes. Feel that difference of lying on your belly and feeling that belly connect with the mat. That connection growing on your inhale and then falling back down on your exhale. Really try to fully relax yourself here, allowing yourself to sink into your mat. Setting the intention for your practice today to really think about every single tiny bit of movement and to really try to assess whether you think that you need to improve, or actually if you think that that range of movement is quite good, and maybe it is. It just gives you so much power to have this knowledge about your body. It gives you the opportunity to improve and make changes before things go really wrong. Keep those nice big belly breaths in through your nose, out through your nose. Maybe you switch legs, maybe you switch cheeks, just to feel even. Even just with this leg out to the side is going to start to work the external rotation in those hips. Take 3 more deep breaths all the way down to the belly, filling up to the collarbone. Really trying to flush through the airways, clearing it completely. At the end of that last exhale, take both legs down, long to the back of the mat. Forehead down now, placed onto those hands if you haven't already placed one hand on top of the other. Bend the legs and flex the feet so you're in this 90-degree angle with the heels driving up. If you've done a mobility class with me before, you'll be used to this exercise. So we've got our feet together, our knees together. Try to relax the rest of the body. And then we're going to take our feet both out to the sides. So allowing those feet to hang down towards the ground. So this is looking at our internal rotation. So maybe you just have a quick look back. Okay, how is it? Is one leg lower than the other? Or are they not that low at all? Coming back up. Exhale, drop those feet back down. Make sure you're not just letting them just flop down. You're really feeling those muscles working. Almost feeling that hip joint moving in that pelvis, in that socket. Feeling the femur, oh my gosh, that's difficult to say. Feeling the femur moving as well as that hip joint. Okay, take 3 more here. And then we're going to take our knees out wide, the soles of the feet together, pointing down towards the back of the mat. And then allow the inner side of the foot to just start to fall down to the mat. Again, maybe you can check back, okay, how low are they? Does this feel more difficult than the internal rotation exercise? Really allow those feet to just fall with gravity. Really gently just warming up that external rotation. Maybe those feet fall a little bit further down. On the next inhale, bring the knees all the way back in, legs out long. Taking the arms out to cactus arms now, so we've got this 90-degree angle, shoulders, elbows, hands, palms flat down, forehead down. Now just working with the upper body now with our shoulders, the rotator cuff behind that shoulder joint particularly. You're going to take the forearms off of the ground by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now try to keep this 90-degree angle still, forehead still on the ground. Exhale down. Inhale, squeeze up. So this is the same kind of action as when I always tell you, pull the shoulder blades together, pull the shoulders down your back. This is the kind of action that we want. And you can tell that the other cue that I will usually say alongside this is do not flare your ribs. Like, do not stick your rib cage out. Because quite a lot of the time, this movement from the thoracic spine that we're moving now, lifting our arms up and back down, that thoracic spine might not be so mobile, and the way that we fake this mobility is by sticking the rib cage out. So by doing this exercise, our rib cage actually can't go anywhere because we're flat down on the ground, and it forces this strength and mobility into the area that we want to work, so into our thoracic spine. Take 3 more here. They might start to be aching a bit, these shoulders. Okay, I'm on my last one. Hands back down in this cactus arm. A nice stretch for these shoulders, taking the tippy fingers of the right hand to the ground. Left ear, pick up the right leg, swing it over to the left, just nice and gently. Feeling that stretch down the front of that chest. Maybe that foot hits the ground or not, it doesn't matter as long as you can feel that stretch and you're not going too far. Just a nice gentle stretch here. Exhale all the way back down, other side, right arm planted, right ear, tip your fingers of the left hand, left foot, and then swing all the way over. One side could feel a lot tighter than the other, so really don't force it, just allow yourself to be wherever your body wants to be. Next exhale, come all the way back down, forehead down. Hands under the shoulders, really slowly push yourself up. And then all the way back to closed knees, child's pose, so sinking the hips down to the heels. Crawling the hands out in front if that's comfortable, or behind you, allowing those shoulders to drop in. Really feeling that nice extension all through that lower back. Sinking the hips further down to the heels. Continuing with these really calming breaths. Really filling up the back and sides of the ribs. Wiggling into a wide knees child's pose now, so taking the knees as wide as the mat, sinking the hips back down to the heels, walking the hands forward, forehead down. Really feel this chest drawing through to the ground. Hips still sinking down to those heels. Maybe you've got that same action with the shoulder blades pulling together, making this child's pose a bit more active. Next, inhale, slowly walk the hands back towards your body. Planting the hands behind you, fingers facing forward, just underneath your shoulders. Big inhale, squeeze the glutes and drive the pelvis up into this baby camel. Drawing the shoulder blades together to help you pull the heart through. Maybe taking the gaze up. Exhale slowly all the way down. Next, inhale, drive all the way up. Nice stretch through the quads, the hip flexors, making sure we're waking up those glutes early on. Exhale down, final time, big inhale, drive up. Draw the shoulders together even more. Pull that heart through even more, squeeze those glutes. Exhale all the way down, really nice, walking all the way forward into your all fours. Placing the hands really strongly down underneath those shoulders, fingers spread widely. Coming into some wrist stretches, so starting to take that rotation around in one direction. Really feeling that movement go little finger, ring finger, middle finger, thumb. And just noticing if you don't usually put that weight into the L's of the fingers, so the thumb and the index finger. And you may be somebody that always pushes the weight to the outside of the hand. Taking it in the other way. Making sure that core is still engaged here. We've still got a nice strong all fours. And then taking the wrists together, fingers turned out to the side so the thumbs are facing the front of the mat. Push the mat away. Maybe you stay here or you start to take that rotation again. It's going to be a little bit more of an intense stretch, so just stay with it. Don't push yourself. The wrists are really delicate. Think about all those tiny little joints, all those tiny little bones. Okay, once you've taken that in the other direction, coming back into your all fours, maybe you just want to place your hands the other way just to even that stretch out. And then we're going to take our right leg all the way out to the side so our heel is in line with our left knee. Planting the whole of that foot down to the ground, so even the outside of my foot is onto the ground. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you walk the hands all the way down in front of you into this puppy pose, sinking the chest down, keeping the hips high. Really pushing the hands into the ground, keeping it an active pose, so pushing the hands down, forearms lifted, pulling the shoulder blades back and down your body. Keep working that right leg, drawing the outside foot down to the ground. Really going to have to engage that inner thigh now. Three, two, and one. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring this right leg all the way forward into your low lunge. Hands down, hands on blocks or even onto your thighs, just so you can keep your chest nice and open. If you want more of a hip flexor stretch, walk that left leg further back. Breathing here. Exhale, walking the weight back, bringing this right leg, we're crossing it in front of the left. And then sinking our bum all the way down. So just take the left foot slightly over to the right side, sink your bum down with our cow face. So our knees aiming to be on top of one another and trying to keep this pelvis level so our sit bones level on the ground. Staying here, closing down the eyes and breathing. Feeling that outside of the right hip really stretching. Really trying to settle in and relax the lower half of the body while sitting up tall. Next, inhale, walk all the way forward again, bring the right leg through, this time to the lizard lunge, so our right foot is to the outside of that mat. Hands to the inside, drawing this right knee into the arm. Staying down on our knee for this first time. Keep pushing the mat away. Maybe your hands are on blocks again. Absolutely, if you feel open in that hip flexor, you come down to the forearms, but only if you can keep drawing this right knee in. Really stretching that inner groin and that hip flexor now. Wherever you are, we're sinking all the way back again. This time bringing the left foot all the way through, bringing the right leg on top into our fire log. So our right foot is flexed. The ankle is to the outside of that left thigh. And we want our shins to be parallel to one another. So if you want to put a block underneath this right knee just to keep it supported, or a cushion, absolutely do so. And try to sit up nice and tall. And just allow gravity to do the work. Maybe you close down the eyes if that is going to help you concentrate, help you breathe here. Really feel that right knee falling down. Next, inhale, bring this right leg forward and crawl all the way forward into your lizard lunge, but this time take the knee off if that's comfortable for you. Keep pushing the mat away, driving that energy through the left heel. And now push the mat away as much as you can. Take the right hand just up to probably about head height. And as you're pushing the mat away, you're creating a lot of space underneath your torso. Pick up your left foot and bring it all the way through to the front. So you're shooting this left foot through. Trying to keep it off of the ground if possible, and then bringing it all the way back, trying not to touch the ground if possible. We're going to do that 2 more times. So you're really using this left oblique, you're really pushing that hand into the ground, really working our shoulder strength and mobility here. Okay, last time, all the way back into your lizard lunge. Knee down, stepping that right foot back, sinking back down into your closed knees, child's pose. Really nice. Inhale all the way back through your all fours onto the other side. Left leg all the way out to the side, toes facing forward, heel and knee in line, making sure that that outside of that left foot is grounded down. Staying here or coming into this active puppy pose, walking the hands forward, sinking the chest down, keeping the hips over the heels, pushing the mat away, drawing the shoulder blades back and down your body. Working that inner left thigh, making sure that outside of the foot is grounded. Breathing here. Final inhale and exhale. Walk the hands all the way back in. Bring this left foot all the way through into your low lunge. Knee is down, chest is high. Maybe walk the right knee further back if you want more of a stretch through that hip flexor. Next exhale, weight comes back, coming into our cow face. So just bringing the right foot out underneath our sit bones, crossing the left foot over, trying to get the knees sticking on top of one another. And settling it in here, really feeling that stretch down the outer left thigh. Sitting up tall. Next, exhale, take the left leg forward, walk all the way forward into your lizard lunge. Left foot to the outside of the mat, Hands inside, knee on the ground, toes untucked. Keeping that chest lifted. Keeping that left knee drawing into the left arm. Feeling that stretch down the inner groin now, and still with that hip flexor. Next, exhale, bringing this right leg through and starting to sink all the way down into your fire log. So shins aiming to be parallel, flexing the toes, taking the left ankle to the outside of that right thigh and starting to sink the left knee down to the ground. The more you relax that breath, the easier your body is going to relax as well. Next, inhale, walk this left leg all the way forward again into your lizard lunge, knee up this time if that's available to you. Driving the energy through the heel, really working this back leg. Getting ready for these shoot through, so pushing the mat away with your right hand, left hand comes up to stabilize you. Bringing the right foot all the way through that space, shooting out to the front. Trying not to touch the ground. If possible, you're going to need to use a lot of that oblique strength and create a lot of space with that hand pushing into the mat. One more. All the way back. Really nice. Knee down, coming back into your child's pose. Sinking down. Just feeling how every single part of your body is working together to create this movement. Inhale, come back through all fours, bringing the right leg forward into your low lunge again. This time, exhale, come back to your half splits, flexing the front foot. Straightening through that right leg, maybe a micro bend. Keeping that back nice and straight. Inhale back through your low lunge again. Exhale, half splits. One more time, inhale, low lunge, this time planting the left hand, reaching high with this right hand, easy twist, pulling the shoulder blades together. Keep pushing the mat away. Exhale, hand all the way down, switching over to the other side, left leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, half splits, flexing through the left foot. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, splits. Inhale, lunge last time, coming into your easy twist, right hand down, left hand high. Exhale, left hand all the way down, taking the left foot back into your all fours, walking the hands slightly in front of those shoulders. And on your exhale, coming all the way down to the ground as slowly as you can through the whole of that exhale, drawing the elbows straight back, hugging into your sides, taking the whole of the exhale all the way down, forehead down, really nice. Inhale, cobra, bring the chest up, gaze forward, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, lift the arms up this time. Lift the legs up if possible. Exhale, all the way down. This time, take the arms behind you. Thumbs turn up to the sky. Inhale, drive the hands back. That's going to lift off the chest. Maybe it's just the chest, or maybe it's the chest and the feet. Keep breathing, keep driving the pelvis down, keep lifting the chest. Keep drawing the shoulder blades together. 3, 2, And one all the way down, really nice, resting onto one cheek here. Feeling that belly really pushing back into the ground with those nice big breaths. Hands underneath the shoulders, forehead down. Big inhale, slowly push all the way up. Back through seated, swing the legs all the way round to the front. Coming into our butterfly, so soles of the feet together, knees falling out to the sides. Starting off with a nice straight back, and then we're just going to completely hang out. So first of all, we want to really inhale, lift the chest through. Maybe you're holding underneath your feet or your ankles. Drawing those shoulder blades together, and on your exhale, lean forward, leading with your chest, keeping the chin in so your ears are over your shoulders. Folding at the hip joint. So rather than leading with your shoulders, you want a really nice straight back. So almost feel like you're sticking your bum out in order to get that fold from your hips. Maybe you can't go that low, and that is absolutely fine because you're working within the conditions, helping that external rotation of your hips. Final inhale, really reach the crown forward. Exhale, maybe you can fold a little bit more. And then on your next exhale, completely hang out here. Release the grip on the feet or the ankles and just hang your head. Allow your belly to completely flop out. Nice stretch down the back of the neck. Inhale really slowly all the way up, knees back into center. And then we're going to come all the way down to the ground, nice and slowly. Hugging the knees into your chest. Taking any extra movement you need before we take our Shavasana. So whatever you want to do, meet us here. Eyes closing down, legs out long, as wide or wider than the mat. Hands away from the body, palms facing up. And just allow all of that movement to really sink into your bodies. All of that brain mapping. Looking at how to increase that mobility. Check in with your body and just make sure that you are fully relaxed. You're not holding any tension in your shoulders or your jaw, and the feet are fully hanging out to the sides. Start to bring some movement back in, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Big morning stretch. And when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, bend up the knees, roll over to whatever side is comfortable. And then find yourself a nice, comfortable seated position. Hands onto the thighs, palms facing up, keeping the eyes closed. So a really nice gentle stretch today, working on the hip mobility and our upper body. So just try to start to notice if some things were easy, if some things are more difficult, and you've already got your answer in the things that you need to work on. Take the hands to heart center, bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. A big thank you to everybody. You're already a week through this challenge, so well done, and thank you for joining me on this journey. Coming to the end of the class when you're ready, hands away from the eyes, then start to blink the eyes open.